Make comments or jokes about her appearance. If she's got bulgy arms, if she's whatever. If you want her strength, her emotional character to grow, tell her what a courageous girl she is. Tell her how you admire her patience. You admire her assertiveness. You admire her self-control. Think about what it is in your daughter that you want to develop, and then go and begin to praise things. Those things, not her physical appearance. And it's amazing how your relationship with your daughter really will change.
Let's go to these emails now. There's a lot of them coming in. Dear Dr. Meeker, my daughter came down from a room recently wearing a top with a plunging neckline, much more plunging than I would have liked. Her mother tried to tell me that that is how most girls are dressing these days. What can I do as a dad? What can I tell my daughter? And what should I tell her mother? David from Connecticut.
Mom is wrong. Change her shirt. She needs to change her shirt. You, as the dad, understand what goes through the mind and the heart of a 16, 17-year-old boy as he looks at the girl with the plunging neckline. The girl doesn't. She wants male attention, so give her good male attention. Honey, it's a gorgeous shirt. You're a great kid. You can't wear the shirt to school. This is why. Call me crazy, but I'm your dad, and you're stuck with me till you're 21. And if you want to wear low plunging necklines, then go ahead. And I will tell you, you'll get a lot of flack, but we don't need to cave to what our kids and their friends tell them they need to do.
And the long-term effects of that, by just letting this go on. I mean, some of these, you know, you go to a college today. I was just at a college recently doing a book signing. You know, the sun doesn't even set, and it looks like, you know, you've opened a bordello's door. I mean, these young girls, everything's hanging out. It's amazing. And a lot of them, I imagine, with mom and dad's permission, or certainly mom and dad's eyes having roamed over them.
Well, see,
and everybody else's.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go to this other email. Dear Dr. Meeker, I have a 13-year-old daughter. Unfortunately, my wife and I are divorced, and I only get to spend every other weekend with her. I hope I am doing the best job I can under the circumstances. What can I do to make the most of the time I spend with her? Steve from Tampa, Florida.
First of all, you can still have a great relationship with your daughter. I'm sorry that you don't get more time with her because she needs more time with you. And I would encourage a father, don't be a weekend play dad. Be who you are. If you need to discipline her on a Saturday night and you only get to see her that Saturday night, that's life. You need to do it. Because girls will understand quickly if they get just a little bit of time with dad, and dad is feeling guilty because he doesn't get time to be with her. Girls can become quite manipulative, and don't let that happen. Be authentic, be yourself, listen to her, and you can have, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to communicate the best of who you are to your daughter, and you can do it on a Saturday and a Sunday.
Okay, here's another email. Dear doctor, this is a 16-year-old. I'm a 16-year-old. My boyfriend says how much he loves me. I'm worried that if I don't show him how much I love him, he'll leave me or for someone else. Most of my friends have done things to show their boyfriends their feelings. I guess I'm feeling pressure to follow along. What should I do? Kay from Minnesota.
Well, I'm reading between the lines there, and I assume that this young gal is talking about being sexually active. And I think that the one thing that she needs to know now is that sexual activity at 16, 17 for a young girl is extremely high risk.
Okay, here's another email. Dear Dr. Meeker, there is a war going on in my household about time spent with family versus time my kids spend with their friends. As a father, how can I establish a balance without turning my girls against me? Rick from Arizona. What is the balance there? That's a tough thing I think a lot of parents struggle with.
That's a very tough one. First of all, because I think that parents, and I've raised 3 adult daughters now, and I have a son who's still at home in high school, you know, our feelings get hurt. Our kids, you know, junior, senior in high school, by the time that comes, they just don't want to be around. We're boring, and, you know, it hurts our feelings, and we naturally sort of back out. We know that family connection is extremely important, and again, that dad connection, whether she's 16, 17, 18 years of age, is what is going to keep her anchored and keep her on a steady course through college across a lot of different levels. So what I would encourage parents to do is pick one night a week that they have to all be home for dinner. He has to be home, and everybody has to be home. Maybe it's Friday night. After 8 o'clock on Friday night, okay, you can go out and be with your friends and we'll leave you alone. But we need to have dinner together. We need to spend some time together. And it doesn't have to be extended, but there must be established family time, regardless of the age of the family member, where everybody comes together and they commune as a family. And I will guarantee any 16, 17-year-old girl who may buck against that when she's in high school, in very few short years, only a couple of years, will turn around and thank her dad so much for insisting that they all be home at certain times during the week.
Here's one more email before we go. Dear Dr. Meeker, my daughter is a senior in high school. She's planning on going on a senior trip to the Los Angeles area. The thing that worries me, other than the destination, is that the school isn't sending as many chaperones as I would like. What can I do as a concerned parent? Charles from Oregon.
Go on the field trip, Charles. You know, it's tough. It's very, very tough because from a teacher's standpoint, they think this is great. We're going to get these kids out. We're going to show them all these things. From a kid's standpoint, they think, hey, this is a great time to party without adult supervision. Let's be honest. I mean, we've all been teenagers. So if Charles can't go, he needs to get to know one of the other parents who is going on the trip, and he needs to have a powwow with them and say, this is how I feel, I'm overprotective, I need to know that you're going to watch my daughter like a hawk. Because truthfully, look what happens. Look at the Natalie Holloway. That is very, very real. It's a very serious danger to a lot of these kids.
What is the most important thing that fathers miss that you've seen in your practice?
I think the biggest thing that fathers miss is they fail to recognize how desperately their daughter wants their attention, regardless of her age. They fail to understand their significance and their importance. And because they don't understand how big they are in their daughter's eyes, they back out emotionally, physically, intellectually. They just move to the periphery where everyone is pushing them, and they stay content to just sort of orbit around their daughter's life. And dad misses out on life, and she misses out terribly, and it really will change her character. So I think that's the one thing that I would tell dads to do. When you feel you need to move forward, jump in with 3 steps. Don't back up with 2.
Dr. Meg Meeker, thank you so much for being here. The book is Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters, 10 Secrets Every Father Should Know. It's available from Amazon and at bookstores everywhere. I thank you so much, Dr. Meeker, for being with us on this Father's Day.
Thank you so much, Raymond.
All righty. Until next time, we'll be scouting the world over for all that is seen and unseen. Happy Father's Day on behalf of the staff and crew of EWTN News. I'm Raymond Arroyo. We'll see you next time. Bye now.